Hi folks, welcome to Desert Sage Podcast. Believe it or not, I am in the desert. It happens to be the high desert, Nevada, in Reno. I happen to be up visiting kids and grandkids, staying at our middle daughter and son-in-law's house. It's kind of nice to get out of the desert. It's a little hot there this time of year around where we live. So anyway, I wanted to give you an update on where things are. As many of you know, I recently had a Facebook page built, thanks to Wendy. I got on Facebook and added some links to DesertSagePodcast.com and to the Havasu Patriots website. I continue to maintain the Patriots website. Also added a YouTube channel, Desert Sage Podcast YouTube channel, where I posted many of the videos. A lot of the 3-minute videos that you saw of me speaking to the city council and the mayor and whatnot. Some interviews that I had that were about an hour long, and then of course the introductory video, which was 3 hours. And again, I'll talk a little bit about where we are with that and some things that I recognize that I needed to change and make some corrections on and update people on from that first introductory video. So I think we'll start with that. So in any case, I know the video was long. It was 3 hours. I did the best I could to try to encapsulate my life experience, my background education, whatnot, the things that I came to know into one portion of that, to try to condense a lifetime of experience and the background and whatnot into even a 3-hour video is very difficult. And then add to that my activation as a result of the government overreach and the COVID fraud. Trying to explain that and how I became involved in that. And then of course the natural law component, which is the most important component, and how I came into my knowledge of natural law and understanding of it. In any case, I continue to maintain the Patriot website. Add new content when I can. I'm continue to look for feedback and input from the Havasu Patriots, those that have contributed in the past. Please just email me at gregbefford@gmail.com with your input and your feedback, any articles that you'd like posted, any news that is worthy and aligns with our mission, and I'll get it posted up there. I'm almost complete putting together episode 1 of my natural law presentation, and that'll be done here as soon as we get back down to Arizona. Hope to get that published and up online. You're going to see a variety of formats from me as I do these. Some will be formal training, learning presentations, PowerPoint and whatnot that you'll see similar to the introductory video. Some of it will be short video clips similar to this walk and talk that I'm doing right now. Just short introductory or 15-20 minute clips, just kind of chunking information at you. As I mentioned in the introductory video, telling stories is a good way to get people to learn and to understand the meaning of what it is that you're saying. So I tell stories on occasion, or metaphors or allegories. I like speaking in public, and I'll continue to do that through the Havasu Patriots. And we will continue to have live events and sessions, meetings. They'll be posted up on the website in the media and events page, so look for those. If you are not getting emails from the Havasu Patriots, the official Havasu Patriots website, I would recommend that you go to havasu-patriots.com and add your name to the email list. We're constantly updating that, getting new people, and also people that were on the original Havasu Patriot email list prior to it getting hijacked. So follow Havasu Patriots website, if you're from Mojave County, Arizona area, this is not just for Lake Havasu residents. We have members there that attended meetings from Kingman, Bullhead, Laughlin, Parker, all around the Mojave County area. So get your name added to the list. If you have information, email me directly, and I'll do my best to get it posted up there as quickly as I can. I got a lot of sticks in the fire right now, so just be patient with me. Putting this content together is not easy, certainly not cheap, and it takes some time. So bear with me if I don't get back to you right away. But I will be posting announcements for special meetings and events on the Havasu Patriots website, so look for that. I'm going to talk a little bit more about the introductory video. Again, I know it was long, it's 3 hours. There's some sound quality issues that I'm working on. I'll get those fixed and corrected as well. In addition to that, I wanted to clarify some things and update some people. There are some questions about what happened to the criminal case that I presented to the Mojave County District Attorney's Office. As I'd mentioned, they refused to prosecute the case, and so I did as they recommended and sent it to the Civil Division, the U.S. Attorney's Office in Phoenix. Got a letter back from them saying that it was a criminal matter and that they were referring it, or that I should refer it to the Criminal Division and to the FBI. And I knew then, as I told people, members of the Havasu Patriots group that encouraged me to file the complaint anyway, that it wasn't going to go anywhere. I knew it, and I think they knew it in their hearts, and that's just the way our current justice system works. It's one for thee and not for me type of thing. So in any case, that's where that criminal case stands. As far as my involvement with the Patriots, if you go to the Havasu Patriots website, you'll see that I no longer attend the meetings as a result of the actions of a couple people. I'm not going to get into that right now. I posted a letter up on the website in the blog section. You can read it on your own. Unfortunately, the leadership of the Patriot group, once Bill Mitchell and I left primarily, got hijacked, and what I call the unholy trinity, those that represent government, religion, and money, got their hooks and their fingers into the meetings, and it started going south. That's not what we're about. We're about educating people about natural law and about the Constitution and constitutional law, which were built on the principles of natural law. So in any case, I'm still involved with the Patriots, still running the website, still continuing the mission of the Patriots, which is my portion was teaching natural law. So for those of you that have any questions about whether or not I'm still part of the Patriots group, let me assure you that I am still fulfilling my portion of the mission of the Patriots by teaching the natural law component, with a primary focus on military and law enforcement. I appreciate the feedback from those of you that have watched some of the videos. I know that there are many people that I can go down the list of people that I probably pissed off in those videos, and particularly in the introductory video, including military and law enforcement guys that know me. There were people that, when I mentioned the illegitimate authority and the belief in the illegitimate authority of government, that turned a lot of people off. We have a lot of statists amongst us. Those are the fervent religionists that believe in the authority of government. Some politician, some president, some congressman, somebody else, they should have the authority to rule over us and decide what laws should be written. And we have an obligation, a moral obligation to abide by their edicts, which is total bullshit, by the way. And then we have the people that call themselves Christians, and I say Christians in name only, just like they're Republicans in name only, and they're Patriots in name only. If you read the letter that I posted up on the PDF document that I posted up on the Havasu Patriots website, I go into detail about that. And those people within our own group that still have that illegitimate belief in authority. Then there's those folks that think that we're going to vote our way out of tyranny. When, I don't know, throughout fucking history, ever, we have never been able to vote our way out of tyranny. I name one time when we can, and then we can talk. It's not going to happen. Quit waiting for Trump. Quit waiting for the Republican Party. Quit waiting for somebody else outside of yourselves to come and save us, folks. That's the message I've been trying to get across to people. You need to look inside yourselves first. Start there. Start there. Until you can fix yourself, you have no hope of fixing anybody outside of you. And that's where the solution lies, is within yourself. That's what I've been saying all along here. Okay. So I know I pissed some people off, including law enforcement, military people, the order followers, as I referred to them in my introductory video. So be it. I'm going to speak the truth. And the truth is belligerent. It's painful. It's not flowery. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to dress in a suit like people on television do, the lying whores in the media. And they'll dress up and put, pretty faces out in front of you because it's a lot more comfortable. It's a lot more. It's easier to accept their lies that way. Why listen to a guy that's 62 years old, 61 years old, and dressed in ball cap shirts and t-shirt and shorts? What truth could he possibly be trying to communicate to me? But we're a lot more comfortable. So when I start speaking truth, and see, I can go in on the back end of the YouTube platform where I have the videos, and the same thing with the Desert Sage podcast website. I can go on the back end and look at number of views, how long people viewed, whether they were viewing from a laptop or a cell phone or an iPad. Again, the duration, and it tells me a lot of information. That's data that helps me in a lot of ways. When I look and I see that many people watch the entire 3-hour introductory video, and I appreciate that. I know your time's valuable. I get it. I certainly do. And there were those that got into it 10 minutes and stopped. And that's about the point where most people, regardless of whether you're in law enforcement, military or not, if you're a Christian, if you believe, or status, you believe in authority, the illegitimate authority of government, if you believe that there's no such thing as objective truth, you're a solipsist, in other words. If you believe that there's no such thing as objective morality, well, by that point in the introductory video, I will have pissed you off. And that's where, by then, right about that mark is where most people will shut it off and not watch it any longer because of the discomfort. What that is I'm holding up a mirror. It's your own internal discomfort, your ego that, protects itself at all costs. And that attachment to it is what keeps you from looking at and keeping an open mind about the things that I say. But in any case, I am going to be delivering content in other formats. These introductory walk and talks are going to be part of that. I am going to be speaking to people live, in person, like we did when I was teaching natural law for the Patriots group. We have up to 70 people or so in there. And it's a different energy. It's a different energy, and people have an opportunity to get face-to-face with people. You get feedback that you can't get over this platform. The advantages to this platform, obviously, is we have much greater reach. Now we can spread our circle of influence, the things that we're trying to teach people outside of the Mojave County, Lake Havasu area. And on to my initial targets are military and law enforcement people. So look for more content. I'll be posting more. Get this video posted once we get back up there down to Arizona, to the desert, and more content will be coming. Episode 1 is almost complete, as I mentioned. If you want to learn about natural law, if you want to understand your rights, a right from a wrong, which most people still can't articulate. If you followed my advice and tried that mind experiment with people and went and asked them, hey, where do our rights come from? You tell me a right from a wrong. And watch the reaction from most people. If you've done that experiment, and I challenge you to do that, you're going to be surprised. You'd be surprised. Ask cops. Ask any cop you know. Go up and ask them. Where do our rights come from? You know a right from a wrong? Explain the difference. Do you believe in objective morality? That there is an objective difference between right and wrong? And wait for the reaction, response. So those are topics we're going to be touching on. We're going to be talking about the occult. Yeah, and that was certainly an area that I probably turned a lot of people off with too, just that term alone. When I say that term, and it's important that we define terms, and I'll be doing that throughout these presentations. It's critical. When I say that term, most people are thinking, automatically conjuring up the Hollywood version of folks out in the forest sacrificing cats, and that exists. That stuff does happen. Yeah, it does. So does, ritualistic satanic abuse. All those things, they do exist. It's not what we're talking about here, though. The occult simply means hidden. Simply means hidden. And we're going to talk about the hidden aspect of the occult. What's been hidden? Well, it's knowledge that's been hidden. And that knowledge gap has created a power differential between the haves and the have-nots. Those people that understand and know what's happening, understand how the human psyche and the human mind works. They have that knowledge and we don't, or a lot of people don't. They're oblivious to it. And it creates a power differential. And they want to keep it that way. And so myself and other de-occultists are here to shed light on that knowledge. Knowledge of natural law, and the knowledge of how we work, the human mind works, our psyche, and all the methods that they've used to manipulate and condition us and program us into believing things that just aren't true. And most people have bought into the illusion and accepted the lies. So if you're interested in those type of topics or curious at all about, and a lot of people, they think, we're going through this great awakening. And I don't see it. And a lot of people were awakened as a result of the government overreach and the COVID crisis and the lies and the fraud and the death and the destruction that all of that is wielding right now. A lot of people are onto the lies. Doesn't mean you're awakened. Just because you understand conspiracies, you got your handle on a few conspiracies now. You think you're awakened, and you're not. You're not. Your level of consciousness is still low. That's what you think. Once you truly understand natural law, and your thoughts and your emotions and your actions align with it, that's part of it. That's part of the awakening process, is to truly understand what that is. Those two pillars that I talked about, the sacred masculine principle and the sacred feminine principle. Sacred feminine principle of non-aggression. Sacred masculine principle of self-defense. Do no harm, take no shit. Until you really understand those principles, and you understand how the human mind works, how we work, how our psyches work, and what they do to manipulate our psyches, to control our behavior, until you understand those things, and how not just we work, understanding yourself, but the world outside the self. Until you understand those things and you get a handle on it, you haven't even begun the path to awakening. You haven't even begun. You're an unbegun, is what you are. If you are interested in some of those topics, and you're not afraid to look at those things. See, a lot of people are afraid of the negative. I don't want to look at that. If you look at the negative, all you do is attract more of it. That's total bullshit. That's New Age bullshit. It's not true at all. By ignoring it, you're sure to invite more of it. You know. And you're not going to get it from your religious leaders. You're not going to get it from your government officials. You're going to have to go seek the truth on your own. Simple as that. Don't wait for me or anybody else to spoon feed it to you. It's a personal path of discovery, and nobody can take it but you. You got to want to know the truth about what's happening, both within yourself and outside. Want to get out of the confusion? Want to get out of this suffering, the internal suffering? Then you're going to need to align your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions, and align them with natural law, first and foremost. Anyway, it's enough for now. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the feedback for those of you that have watched the videos. I appreciate it. I'm not looking for it, but I appreciate it. Stay safe. We'll talk to you soon. Peace. Freedom.